There's Dad. We got one frame of Dad. All right. Good night, Dad. Sometimes you were about to wander off right before the stream started. All right. I love you, Dad. See you around.
Are you gonna walk the dogs?
I just did with my mother, who is now asleep, which was like an hour ago. Actually, it took me an hour just to get this stream started up. All right. I love you, Dad. Bye. Leave it. I'm eating paper. I'm getting rid of the mess by eating it. All right. I love you, Dad. Bye. You're good. You're a good guy. Okay. Welcome to day 790. I almost fucked up and labeled this day 780. Huh? What can I say? I'm just such an achiever. I sell myself short. Also, I'm just saying all this to distract from the fact that I did forget to do one yesterday, but shut up. All right. I don't want to hear any of that from anybody. Okay. To my surprise, much to my chagrin, I've been doing this, no lie, for 5 fucking years. And in my 5 years of doing this, and yes, 5 years of supposedly eating one sheet of paper a day, all for it to not mean like all for it to amount to just like 700 or so days, right? Very suspicious. And for those of you who are new here, I'm going to tell you right now, it's because we never put the word consecutive in the series name, all right? And to me, this was not, the novelty, it exists, but it always wears off, right? A person eating paper, that can't alone carry a series. So I'm hoping that me as a person, my commentary, the stuff I say, the one-liner penis jokes I make will hopefully get people to stay, right? Come for the paper, stay for the penis one-liners. So, or the constructive conversation, which is really funny given that we're getting no one on the live stream right now. But it's honestly my fault for streaming like at 10 at night. And here's the thing. Like, this is a very particular type of series that, like, the people who are going to subscribe to my channel, for just seeing a viral video of day 780 of eating a sheet of paper a day, they're probably people who are what I call impulsive subscribers. They subscribe to channels randomly just because they feel like it. And those are the type of people who have notifications pop up on their YouTube on the regular. So to me, I think it's very understandable that, especially if I stream late at night like this, no one's going to come on. Doesn't matter if I had, a viral video day before yesterday that is still picking up traction as we speak, which is a very good thing. Can't sleep, bro. Yeah, it's probably because you have me blaring out your speakers. Come on, put me on mute. Or maybe I help you sleep, in which case, keep it going. But I've had both, actually. I've been told that both I impede sleep because my voice, just the decibel count for some reason, it just cuts through the fog and it gets people going. Or I just ramble on and on endlessly, and it just kind of the rhythm of it. It's like, oh my God, he's just saying the same thing over and over. So either way, unless you left just now, I was actually going to get into something because what's interesting is this new iteration of the series, this new phase, since I resumed it past day 750, it's been quite prosperous for views. However, I'm going to try to capitalize off it by not streaming this late at night. It's just that my college schedule is so fucked up that it's kind of sidestepping the success, and it's really diminishing our potential that we're building here. Also, let me put my score for the day. For reasons that I have partially given and will give soon, I'm going to give myself a 6.8. All right. We're above average, but we really have some room for improvement. I'm going to try to do more midday streams because I assume most of my subscribers are here and not in, say, Yemen or something. So if I stream more in the middle of the day, even the impulsive subscribers, as I call them, they will be awake, right? And they might pay more attention if they're like, oh yeah, the fucking guy who streamed paper, right? Like with what I call impulsive subscribers, they are just in that midsection of people who just don't really care that much, but they will pay a little more attention. And that little bit more of attention that they might pay to me if I'm doing it, say at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, that's going to matter. And I'm going to get a lot more live engagement. Some bogus stuff, but can't let that ruin some good times with the pals. I mean, I feel like that's just the mission statement for your entire existence, at least within my view. It's like, good times with pals and some bogus shit. I mean, that's bogus stuff. I'm saying like being unhappy, depressed and whatnot. And I remember your dissatisfaction with things about yourself and others. There was no punchline to that. I was just literally objectively describing you. So yeah, I all that to say, I think that that sentence that you just said to summarize your day, I feel like that It's very you for some reason. Just the way you worded it. That's fair. Thank you. Thank you. Really, man? God damn it. Yeah, you see, I'm just so busy. I forgot how to drink properly. Just fill my head up with so much knowledge. It's got to replace something. Where's a fucking napkin? Hold on. Got to do everything myself. So let's see if I can clean this off properly without setting off the self-destruct system process on my computer. There you go. We're good. Fuck all that. My dogs will take care of that. All right. They learned from the best. They can eat paper too. So yeah, to summarize what I was saying earlier, this looks so super unprofessional, super duper unprofessional. Let's see if we can actually make this look a little better. I want to find a better place to stream. We're working on some setup improvements, but honestly, for now, yeah, it's going to look like this. Maybe the unprofessional look was part of the appeal, but whatever positive effects I might have, it has no effect on the outcome right now because I'm streaming too late anyways. Damn, it's not even that much shit on this table. It's just a fucking mess. There's just shit underneath this computer. Do I need to get another napkin? No, I can use my jacket. There we go. Still going to meet Nardwuar. I'll be there. You best believe I'll be there too. I know you're not Brandon because him and I just objectively discussed our real plan for doing it. I was like, really, the thought was going through my head. How the fuck do you know about that? I'm sure I talked about it a little bit ago. Did I? Okay, either you're someone on Instagram who I remember I told someone, it was like, oh, where are you going to be? And I'll be like, I don't know, fucking, I'm meeting Nardwuar at the music box. So, you know, Nardwuar and I have an important business proposition to make, all right? I'm telling him to invest some stocks in Pizza Port because I do believe that due to our kind of festivity-based beer sales that we're about to put on around every Christmas, a lot of people, because they're stupid, miss an opportunity to invest in our beers. And whenever we launch a new beer, there is basically a whole patent and a brand, you know, on the chemical processes. We like to experiment and come up with new formulas every year. So I'm just going to tell him to invest and so he can give, I believe, 0.5% back to me. It's not an insane payoff, but it's a good quick buck. So I hope that Nardwuar can stop doing and actually listen to my business proposition. I bet he will. And if not, then I'll just clip this part of the stream, send it to him, mention his Instagram. He'll remember my face. He'll know me as the guy who ate paper in front of him. That'd be funny. I did that with Odd Ones Out like about 2 years ago, where I went to a thing and I had him autograph a piece of paper and he's like, oh, you're going to keep that forever. No, I didn't. I fucking, you know. God damn it. I missed a message that he retracted. Now I'm pissed that I didn't look at that close enough. Or maybe I did and I forgot. Come on, Ian. It's so dissatisfying. All right. Yeah. Something about how his life and people in it. Oh, that's what he's doing. He's going to actually go up there and talk about his life. I mean, I'm quite interested in that. He interviewed Gorbachev, Kurt Cobain, and like Dochi or one of these fucking, yeah, like he's interviewed everybody. I remember there was like some Russian prime minister and they were having the most serious meeting ever. And there's a video of him just going up and asking him to play hacky sack. And he actually did it. Nardwuar fucking cast an evil curse and forced him to dance alongside him. So I would love to hear about his life. He's one of the very few people I would truly sit down and listen to a whole life story because I'm curious about that gentleman. I do know that the members of Blur treated him like shit. I remember seeing that video a couple of years ago where Damon Albarn and those other rubes, they were just like they were like flicking his hair and they were like giving him wet willies. It's British people, am I right? So If you weren't going to read it, there was no point. Hey, don't be grouchy with me, man. I'm trying to catch up, and I'm really caught up in McBurgerness's cryptic thing. I'm trying to figure out who McBurgerness really is, right? This is McBurgerness's entire identity, man. Ian, you're so cryptic sometimes. You always tell me, listen, I was going to read it if you didn't retract it. Give me a little bit of time, man. I always catch up. You know that. You've been on these streams for a while. I'm just a guy on the... Oh, don't even with that fucking... Now I'm gonna have to, because I know I said it in a voice message, so there's no way I can actually search it up manually. God damn it. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna find you. There was somebody who sent me something on Instagram. Yeah, you're gonna be all secretive for a little bit. Because fuck, I was not vigilant enough. Damn it. McBurgerness seems chill. No, I agree, man. That's why you're not perma-banned yet. That's my excuse for these streams being so empty. Yes, there are thousands of people who would join, but they're all lame. You want to meet Nardwuar? Yes, I am. Ian, you best show up, all right? Pay $40 for a ticket. It's really not that much, given that you're meeting fucking Nardwuar, all right? Honestly, people make a big deal out of, going to a concert to watch Kendrick Lamar and to absorb a couple of the spit particles that come out of his mouth, but that is nothing compared to paying just $40. That's so much more bang for your buck. And he's sitting talking to us personally instead of just performing a song or ad-libbing to a song. Come on. But yeah, our plan is midday streams more. It's just, I'm just so bewildered in the middle of the day, and I'm just focused on getting my stuff done, and there's so much stuff to do. I might not be able to pull off a midday stream tomorrow, but we're going to really try. Even though I have an exam and I don't have the study guide made yet, and the only time I'll have any fucking room to make the study guide is in the 2-hour gap, but that's really the rub, isn't it? It's a 2-hour gap. That's enough time to do this stream, which should take no longer than 30 minutes if I'm, not really being... If I have enough respect for the brevity of the act, within the act of eating paper. That was a weird sentence, but you get the idea, right? If I just wrap it up quick and I perform my paper eating with a sense of brevity, there you go, that's a better way to say it, and then make the study guide, which it's just one page, go through the PowerPoints, get all the essential facts that should take maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, best case scenario, half an hour. But do I still play at Panama? I mean, every time I show up, I play. I don't show up that often. Got a fucked up hand. But I'm trying to come back some Wednesdays. I'd give it maybe 3 to 4 weeks. And I actually want to start posting Gilbert's promos every single time I go there so that people know that I'm there. That used to work a couple years ago, right? There'd be a lot of people in the Panama community who would follow me on Instagram. They'd see the promo. They'd show up. I'd be like, oh, why are you here? It's like, oh, I saw your thing. Hell yeah. And I would hope they wouldn't say just because of me. Most of them didn't, because they realized that I am a small part of the huge community of musicians. But yeah, I still play at Panama, just a lot less often than I used to. The gigs, the full-time school, plus the 2 jobs, and the orchestra stuff, it eats up a lot of my time. So, I remember when I was going to Panama every week, I had a whole semester off. I wasn't doing shit. So things could not be more opposite right now. I'm amazed I'm still sane. I'm amazed my head has no cracks in it. My skull has no fucking hairline fractures, because it's honestly backbreaking. It's tough. It's really tough. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm exaggerating how bad it is. I'm telling you, I'm probably the member of this family, given and my parents work full-time jobs too, but I believe I'm still the one who's putting the most work in. Full-time school, 2 part-time jobs, a 3rd job as an orchestra person playing at a musical, and maintaining this job, most important job of all, paper stream. I'm not even fucking around. That's a lot of work, all right? How goes eating dead trees? That's a real good one, huh? You're a funny fucking guy. It's going great. But here, let me... Wait. For the record, by the way, about 2% of the particles inside here are actually still alive. Did you know that, by the way, your brain stays alive for 10 minutes after you die? So I don't think that this is just a corpse. It's more than that. It's energy, fiber, and there's a little bit of, livelihood in here. And I'm absorbing it. It's getting passed on to me, all right? The tree is passing on the torch and the blessing of life onto someone else. So I know people love to thank God for a meal, and of course, I do on the inside. But I'd like to say a prayer for the tree for giving its life to us and to me and to anyone else who decides to commit to the extremely intelligent and healthy act of eating paper. So, cheers to the tree. Okay, we're good. I think this is all we got left. So, in these last two pieces, I want to conclude. McBurgerness, Ian 30, and Moses. The three of you, I know the three of you are regulars with minus Moses, who's kind of new here, and you're just a colleague from real life. I see you more in real life than on the stream, so we're not, you're not at that level of chronically online, mainly person who is on the paper stream yet, all right? Keep coming, and I'll give you that medal. But for all 5 people watching right now, stay here. This is going to take a real short amount of time, but a status update. This has been happening for a little bit, so this is nothing new, but the last video that happened, and we're gaining a significant number of subscribers every single day, around every week to week and a half, one of my paper streams, or more often than that, pre-recordeds, but both seem to be happening interchangeably, have been going viral. The YouTube algorithm has been picking up this series more often, consistently, and with a greater influx of views each time than before. It's just getting more and more. Like, there's something about this series, the way it's titled, the way the thumbnails are arranged, and the frequency at which I upload, which hopefully will be kept up, and it will, that appears to be working in the algorithm's favor, and thusly in my favor. Now, until a manual reviewer comes in and deems it unsafe for children to watch, and then I get permabanned, we are riding on a high, and I want to ride on this high as long as possible. So for everyone watching, just know you are less alone than you ever were before. We're going to go past 1,000 subs pretty soon, and I might even see if I can pull off the impossible act of manually applying for monetization. That is when things could get a little interesting. I think it's going to be anticlimactic because, let's be honest, no one wants to pay me. But if anyone wants to waste their money on me, they legally can now. All right? So things are getting very interesting, and we've been doing this for a long time together. But I'm quite curious as to how establishing internet presence, which, to answer your question, Kelsey, is a big part of why I do this. We're going to see how this works, especially because I'm trying to balance this out with the rest of my schedule. So if we place this, right, imagine these 2 fingers are my schedule. This is daytime. This is nighttime, right? Too early, too late. All right, we're going to slide the paper reading stream right in between, right here, midday, when everyone's awake and everyone's on their lunch break, when you're eating your tuna sandwich. Don't eat tuna sandwiches, by the way. Don't eat paper, by the way. But I would prefer to eat paper rather than tuna sandwich. Whatever you're eating, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to get carried away right now. Best time right here. We're going to try and consistently stream or upload pre-recordeds. The pre-recordeds get reviews at, or gets, they go viral if they do. Not always, but when they do after the fact. The live streams should always happen way earlier than this. I apologize for going this damn late, but Rusty Shackleford, you're welcome. Hey, thanks, man. Rusty Shackleford, when you say you're welcome, does that mean you did me a favor? Let me check and see, because sometimes people make community posts about me. I remember those 2 Godzilla YouTubers with a combined sub count of like 150,000 subs. They both shouted me out in community posts, and that did me a hell of a lot of good. And then I immediately quit the paper stream right after, which was terrible timing, but it was a complete coincidence. There was a unfortunate combination of events, but I'm going to check something. Don't worry. I'm not playing Game Pigeon or anything like that. I'm actually trying to look and see. Who is Rusty Shackleford is not on the latest one. You're not on 789. No. Let's see. Where? I think it had to be the last couple. Maybe it was a stream. That's impossible. No one's looking at or commenting on the streams. Let's have fun gaming 3. That's not you. I'm just a terminally online power user. You're giving me some tongue twisters. I watch, algorithm listens. I, I like how that sentence seems to suggest that the algorithm is listening to you watching. But yeah, you watch while at the same time, coincidentally and unconnected, the algorithm listens. You watch me, algorithm listens to me. Thank you, thank you. Well, the algorithm's listening to the fact that you're watching me. I just caught on. Yeah. What's so bad about tuna sandwiches? For one, fish in general is terrible. Like again, I've said this before, but to anyone who's new here, here's my stance on fish. You can unsub right fucking now if you disagree. But I'm not going to eat anything that, even if it's not expired, it smells like a garbage can. It smells like it's mold infested. It smells like sour milk. You know, normal, fresh, pasteurized milk versus milk that was left with the top half unscrewed in a dirty fridge for 2 months. Then you get the sour smell. Fish already smells like its own sour version of itself, its own curdled, spoiled version of itself before it even goes bad. And when it goes bad, it does smell ungodly. That's not right. That's not normal. Gonna eat some snatchy. What the hell is that? Hey Siri, what's snatchy? Is it a fish? That's Snatch. Get the hell out. That's the Guy Ritchie movie. Snatche. Fish. Snagging. I'm just going to assume that's a fish. Yeah, Siri's getting worse. It's getting a lot worse. I feel like the developers gave up after ChatGPT came out. They just didn't even bother. The Guy Ritchie, but yeah. That's a, no, actually, as a matter of fact. Huh? I know this is like a bootleg version of it, but it's called a metal back cover, and it's got like, it's weird because I don't know if this is made by the actual developers, because this is clearly a fan cover. This is not the official movie cover. Anthony Petrie, but let's see. It's cool. When you have an audience, what will you use us for? I mean, okay, I know this might sound like me tooting my own horn, but I believe I already, to a much lesser degree than what people consider an audience, I already do have an audience. And I mean, I would love to use your guys as an accessory to make myself feel super cool about myself. But I hope that if I'm acting in a healthy manner, that power already comes from within. So I don't want to use you for anything. I want for, if anything, I want to be your accessory. I want for you to use me. And not as in like, you know, fleshlight or anything like that. I don't want to be that kind of tool. Just whenever you want to watch someone, you know, not just eat paper, but talk to them, and I can talk back to you. I want for it to feel like, you know, because I remember when I was watching YouTubers when I was younger, it felt like they were my personal friends, except I couldn't communicate with them. And I hope to be that type of YouTuber who can live stream regularly. People try to communicate with me, and I actually respond, and I communicate regularly with them, right? I don't need to see your face or smell your breath or take you out to dinner, you know, but this is a whole different level of communication. And I'm trying to, I would like to be able to have that communication. And I got to have blind faith that people actually are looking for that for a degree, or to a degree, and they're willing to stick around for that, you know? So I want to provide the service of, yes, you can watch me eat paper silently if you want to be introverted like that, if you want that novelty. But I am hoping that there is something about when I communicate with people and the reciprocal nature of it, you know, and I don't think that this is as good as when I converse with somebody, but I hope it's close enough. So, you know, people can send me something. I can hopefully catch everything. I apologize. Sometimes I miss some stuff, but I hope to get everything down, to acknowledge everyone's existence in the stream so people feel heard, and then they can tell their mom, Mommy, I watched a man eat paper and he talks to me. Son, we're taking your computer away now. But regardless of the collateral, that's what I aim to do. So, yeah, and my blind faith converts to unwavering confidence about that idea. So cheers to that. To all 3 viewers. I like how 2 out of my 5 viewers left when I was talking about actual real conversation beyond eating paper. It's my biggest pet peeve. I mean, I did it to myself because this is what the series is, but it's my hook. Draw people in, they're here, then we talk about whatever we want, and we have fun doing it. Gosh dang it. Or sometimes it's not fun. We talk about serious shit. People can call me, you can go on Discord. I don't know. I'll find some system when I'm less busy. But for now, we're just going to maintain the stream, keep racking up the views, keep racking up the subscribers, and see what happens. Unrelated, but some friends of mine I think are going to be a burnout after high school. How do I not give up? Wait, hold on. Let me sort out the. Do I like dags? Heroin is sick. No advice for you. What's happening, McBurgerness? You're becoming less and less grammatically discernible. I'm gonna acknowledge and reciprocate all of your live chats in a second. Let me just respond to Ian 30s first because this is an actual question. No, don't be. Hey, let me pin that. Actually, fuck it. No, it's fine. I forgive you. I'll just. You're. It's not even a punishment or anything. If there's any punishment, it's that you're just gonna wait an extra 30 seconds for me to get to it. Unrelated, but some friends of mine think I'm going to be a burnout. Okay. Yeah. Think I'm going to be a burnout after high school. How do I not give off these vibes and end up not addicted to heroin? Heroin is sick. That is true. So, I mean, heroin will make you look cool. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe if your friends don't think that, then they're just wrong and stupid and you should get new friends. You know, a good friend to have is the heroin dealer. Those guys are very good at conversation. But another way is I think if you have a long-term passion, like honestly, another big reason, Kelsey's probably gone. She's probably a soccer mom who has to take care of her kids now or some shit. Have fun, all right? Being a mom's hell. But to answer Kelsey's question again, a big reason as to why I do this is so that I don't burn out and crash, because if there's no long-term idea or thing to look forward to throughout my day, and I do look forward to being on the internet and talking on the internet and establishing presence on the internet, I don't know, my life feels a lot more empty. And I think that's perfectly normal and healthy, even though on the outside it looks like if he doesn't eat paper on the internet, he's going to crash. Of course, if you're given that lack of context and that piece of information, of course it sounds deranged and Joker-esque, but I do believe that some form, you know, I just so happen to be choosing this form of establishing presence on the internet, right? It's simultaneously a long-term priority and a short-term priority. I'm doing it every day, but every day it's cumulative over time. And now I have this accumulation of people who, you know, they warm my heart. And that can't happen. That specific experience can't happen without the true longevity, how long I've been doing this and how consistently I'm doing this, right? Work and then payoff, right? So you just got to work towards something, right? You're making movies, you're putting stuff out, you're editing stuff, you're trying to develop your editing style, your filmmaking style, the ideas. Work on those types of projects, even if you're working at, like, I don't know, In-N-Out Burger, you know, 4 days out of 7. Spend the rest of the 3 days, rest properly, get a good sleeping schedule, actually. A really important thing that I'm still learning myself, do not fuck with your sleep schedule. Like, it might be really tempting on weeknights or nights right before you have to work in the morning or go to school in the morning or do something in the morning, do your push-ups in the morning, masturbate in the morning. No matter what you're doing, if you have to do it in the morning, make sure to sleep right. Which I know it sounds like I'm lecturing you. I'm like your grandma, but I'm telling you, you need to sleep properly. So sleep well, then you'll be able to do this, to have energy to do the stuff you want and have a long-term passion, right? Sleeping, that's the biological lack of a burnout. The mental lack of a burnout, have a artistic passion project to work on the side. And if it becomes successful, there you go. Your passion becomes your life. And that is when you really ascend. I haven't done that yet. Clearly, I'm eating paper while also working 3 jobs and going to full-time school. But I don't think I'm wrong about this. I think that if you give it time, anyone who is able to turn their work into their artistic passion, that's a sign of a very good life. And even the people who make it, they say, I'm very lucky to have these two be my job. I'm glad I'm not making music while at the same time, you know, flipping burgers and, you know, trying to scrape E. coli off of the non-CDC approved carrots or whatever. Did you hear about that, by the way? 6 million carrots were recalled because of an E. coli outbreak on carrots. Who would have suspected? That's the one vegetable I eat. That's terrifying. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. That was not a reaction to your compliment. That's just, that was some bad form. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, that's my gut reaction. You're a pretty charismatic dude. You'll be all right. Oh, thanks. You're making me cry. Get that out of here. So, hey, thank you, Mr. Shackleford. I appreciate it. Hey, come back to the stream anytime. Shit, man, I'll let you call me. We'll talk about it, and then I'll determine your charisma so I can compliment you back. I always feel like I got to repay people when they, inflate my balloon like that. We're 3, 2, 1. It's the last piece. I think we talked about everything I wanted to talk about. The main thing was just the new influx of viewers, which has been happening for a long time. But in light of the latest influx that happened about 2 days ago, I wanted to just brief everybody. I'm going to try and maintain a more consistent schedule. A keyword try. It doesn't mean I'm actually going to do it. I'm not very good at this type of stuff. Thank you, Ian. I'm glad that you retracted the message because I acknowledged it and you wanted to erase it. You wanted for it to be an invisible ink message instead of I'm going to retract it in retaliation to you just reading. I don't know if that's why you did it the first time. Sure seemed like it, though. So, whatever. Excuse me. I was not going to throw up. Chill. All right. Sweet. Oh, come on, Ian. You got to raise hell right before I leave. No, whenever you retract a message, I always get, I'm like, what? Why put it in the live chat if you're going to get rid of it? I don't know. Just text me this shit or something. Yeah, my notification center is empty, man. Come on, you could have just texted me and I could just look. So you're not leaving shit on your thing. I know, whatever. But, because, even if it won't ever be seen again, you got like 4 to 5 other dudes here that are seeing the stuff that's on there. So, I don't know, whatever. You can just text me the stuff. But, I'm just saying, if you're going to put it on live chat on public internet, you just might as well. So, whatever. Plus, my principles about the internet. Never delete anything. All right. I always keep stuff on the internet. If I'm going to post it, like, why am I going to delete it? It's not. Take pride in your shit. Okay. I do it because I think it's funny when you get mad over it. That's the biggest load of shit I've ever seen in my life. Now, you're not going to be like, oh, yeah, I do it just to provoke you. And I'm like, no, come on, man. Yeah, I do make a big stink over it because I just think it's stupid. Hey, man, chicken and the egg, all right? This is an easy question to answer, actually. You started this shit. You started this shit by retracting all these fucking messages, and I know that it was for a different reason. Then I'm, like, getting annoyed, and I doubt you're doing it to provoke me. I call bullshit. Get the hell out of here. I'm a dude. I'm listening. I'd be tuned in. Now, that's a great quote right there. That's better than I'm sorry. I'm... There you go. I was waiting to replace that with something. Okay, that is it. Ian, I appreciate you for getting out of your shell and then immediately retracting back inside of your shell. And just know, even though it does provoke me, you can take whatever enjoyment in that you want, but just know, all right? Me and many others, even my fucking dead grandma knows you as a man who has a shell, and he occasionally goes out and back in. Thanks for reading paper. Thanks for watching me eat paper. By the way, for all the new viewers here who might play this back, I do not support the eating of paper in any way unless you're a trained professional. I'm not a trained professional, but I am a little closer to it than you probably are because I have a very secret tactics, like the Krabby Patty secret formula, all right? So just don't try and copy it because you might die and I might get sued for $15,000. So thank you very much for watching. Don't eat paper unless you're, guided by someone like me. And, I'll see you around. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. Definitely worth a like and subscribe. Hey, that rhymes. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.